growing up, I was always so worried about so much. Like, I felt like I had to grow up really quickly. So just keep doing you, do your thing, you'll be all right.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Unstereotyped Real Life, the podcast that highlights Latinas who are pursuing their passions and showing younger generations that they can follow their dreams despite what society thinks and expects of them. My name is Melanie Hernandez, and I am the proud host of this podcast. Now, please welcome today's guest, Crystal Hueso. Woo!
Yay! Oh my gosh, I love that.
The crowd is cheering for you. Is that what you hear every night when you come on set?
Yes,
for your sets?
Literally. Love it.
Well, how are you today? Thank you for being here. I'm great. I'm finally glad we're recording. You're my last. I think you're my last recorded episode in this studio now that I'm graduating. So.
Oh my gosh, what an honor.
You're the lucky last one.
So exciting.
But Crystal, you are a DJ, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me more about your work and what you do?
So honestly, I was a bedroom DJ for like a few years. I wasn't really DJing outside of my room for a really long time. Only because I felt like I was always hard on myself with like just everything. And after one of my friends was like, "Hey, do you want to come spin up like one of my events?" I was like, "Hell yeah, sure." Like, I'm really down. I've always wanted like actually DJ in front of people. And so I did that, and it was really cool. And then ever since, I just started getting booked every weekend. And I'm like, damn, I love DJing. It's so cool. It's so fun. And I've learned the most while being behind the decks, like actually like in person, like seeing all the crowds and stuff. And I felt like in my room when I was like DJing and stuff, I couldn't really like, I don't know, you learn a lot when you're actually in the environment and actually like putting yourself in uncomfortable situations and like, because I'd be scared. Like literally every single time I DJ, I'm scared. So,
Oh, no, I'd be too.
no, literally. But it's been a fun journey kind of figuring everything out. I still consider myself a baby DJ. So I've just been kind of figuring things out as I go.
And how long has it been since your very first show?
Honestly, wait, what day is it today?
May 3rd.
Yeah, my first DJ like event in a club was May 9th. So it's about to be a year.
A year? Wow, only a year. That's crazy. It feels like you've been doing it for so long.
I know, same.
That's crazy.
One of the owners last night at the bars at one of the bars that I work at, she literally was like so surprised when I told her that I was not even doing it for almost like a year yet. I was like, yeah, girl, I'm a baby DJ.
Well, that's good. That's a compliment to you then. And then how, before that first gig a year ago, how long before were you DJing in your bedroom? Or from when you guess you first started with your equipment and everything?
So I got my first deck, I'd say like late 2022 or early 2023. Like it's been a few years.
Okay.
And I kind of just would play around with it, and then my deck would collect dust, and I would give up, and I'd be like, like this DJ thing is not for me, like I can't do it. I wanted to give up so many times, but something just kept like drawing me to like back to it. And music has always been like a huge part of my life, and I was like, you know what, like let me make something out of this, like let me do something that I actually look forward to. Because I mean, I've had so many different jobs, and I work with kids, and I've been working with kids for like a few years now. But I was like, and I love it, but DJing is like my true passion. Like I actually like I can be doing it for like 10 hours and it doesn't feel like work. Like it's just, I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
Literally. And so after like me DJing in my room for, I say like 2 years. I even like put a mix out while I was like, before I even did a club, I put a mix out, and I actually still haven't put a mix out like over a year. So I haven't done a mix out in like a really long time. But one of my first mixes someone sent to Ice Spice.
What?
Because I make
Really?
SpongeBob and Ice Spice.
Oh.
I make SpongeBob and Ice Spice together because I love SpongeBob.
That's funny.
And I know she likes SpongeBob too. So I was like, I low-key predicted their
No, you
collab.
did? I was like, wait.
No, I literally predicted their collab because I did that like 2023. I did that little mix. Someone sent it to her. You know Twitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you know their little feature called like Spaces.
Yeah.
Where it's like everybody joins and like everybody's like talking to each other. It's a little voice like Discord.
Yeah.
And someone sent it to her and she pinned the tweet and like she listened to it and she was like, "Oh, it's fire." I was like, "Yeah, I did that." That was my first mix too.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, it's cool that you were already developing those skills way before you had your first show. So I feel like that also worked, in your favor when you first started doing it too.
I used to be doing my thing here and there, some live.
Yeah. And I know you said you grew up in New York, right? You're from New York?
Yes.
Where in New York are you from?
So I was raised in Long Island, so it's not like city, but I was close to the city.
Yeah,
I still consider myself a city girl. Yeah, I'm gonna be that girl. I'm not okay. I'm a Long Island girl, but I still consider myself a city girl. And I do plan to move back though.
Mm-hmm. Like for sure, that's for sure now. Do you know when?
Probably like October, November. That's where I'm kind of aiming.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, growing up in New York and from then living in Texas, it's been like a huge like culture shock when I first moved here. But honestly, I really do enjoy being able to be a part of both like South and like East Coast type like sounds and stuff. And like I don't know, I feel like I've met so many different types of people. It's really cool to like see the different, I guess, like cultures in each like state.
Mm-hmm. When did you move from Long Island to Dallas? How old were you?
I was 13. So
Okay, so you're young.
2014, February 2014. That's whenever we moved over here. We literally moved my last year of 8th grade. So I literally moved to Texas, like not knowing anybody, about to go into like a new high school. So it was insane. It was insane, but went through it. It was so, I don't know, I feel like high school is a blur for me. But it was really cool. Like I saw my first emos when I came over here. I was like,
Really?
oh my gosh, yes.
The first?
Yes. I was
crazy.
literally like living in New York. We did not have emos, y'all.
That's crazy, actually.
I know, literally. It was really cool to like see different types of people. I was like, oh my gosh. Like sometimes I felt like living in New York, I was like in a bubble kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's why I like to travel and like explore things just because like, I don't know, I always like to see new stuff all the time. So
Yeah. And at what age, I guess you were were you like 18 when you how old are you right now?
I'm 25.
25. So were you like around 18 when you first were doing your DJ stuff?
How old was I? I was like 21, 22.
Oh, 21.
21, 20. Yeah.
Okay. And so I guess since you'd already been in Dallas for a lot of your time, how did that affect your DJing? Were you a part of I guess probably later on, but did you know any other DJs that like inspired you kind of to start?
Honestly, so 2018, that was the first time I ever went to a rave. And that was the first time I was like, oh my gosh, I love the way that like DJs get to control the crowd. And like, it just felt like a journey, like whenever I would go to shows. And like, I love going to shows. I think it's funny because I know people are like, damn, she goes out a lot. But like, I genuinely enjoy going to a show, like listening to a set and like actually hearing like the different tracks that the DJs use to like take you on a journey from like, because there's so many different types of DJs. Like there's DJs that like make you dance and stuff, but I really respect the DJs that like take the time and like being like, okay, we're not gonna go all in right now. We're gonna chill for a second and then go up and down and kind of just like, and it was just so cool to like see that. And all my friends, they would like be dancing, like having a good time. And like I would be dancing, having a good time too, but I'm like also studying the DJ, like while I'm like in the little pit area. And it was like that for like a good minute. And one of my friends, Club Action, shout out Nicole, she has been like one of my biggest inspirations with DJing, because we met on Twitter like when we were like in high school. Like we had never met before. And she was just someone that we would just keep in touch with. And I had never met her before. She lived in California. And I saw that she was doing her DJ stuff. And I was like, dang, she looks so cool doing that. Like this is like years ago. And about like a couple years ago, like she had actually opened up for Fred again in like an arena. And I was like, damn, like seeing my peers do really like cool things like that really inspired me. And I was like, damn, like low key, I can't do anything that I want to do.
Yeah.
Like seeing like people close to me do big things is so like, it's honestly really cool, because I feel like growing up, I didn't really have friends that I got inspired from. So being able to have peers that I get inspiration from is like so cool. And so yeah, she was one of my biggest like inspirations. And then after that, I kind of just like I'd watch DJ sets in my room. I would just be finding new tracks, just always listening to music. It was kind of like a slow kind of little thing. Like I was interested in it, and then I got my deck, and it was kind of like, let me dip my toes in the water a little bit. And then I didn't really start feeling like I found my place in the community when I actually started like going out to events and like meeting people and actually being like, actually introducing myself, be like, because I feel like in the beginning of me learning, I was like, okay, I know how to DJ, who's gonna book me now? Like, kind of just waiting.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, it don't work like that. It does not work like that. Like, you have to actually go show your support in person. I feel like I don't know, I feel like nowadays, especially with like the DJ scene being like a little oversaturated now, people are kind of like, okay, like everybody wants to be a DJ. And like, it's cool. I think if you love music, you should be a DJ and stuff. But I guess like Dallas specifically, like just being in the community and like talking to everybody, I feel really comfortable here. Like everybody's very community based, and like everybody likes to see each other, like support each other. And seeing that in person, going to different types of events, because I listen to all different types of music. So I get to see like all different types of like people and like different vibes. And it's really cool to see how like all different walks of life, like in DJing, like there's obviously so many different types of DJs, like reggaeton, like R&B, like, but we all do the same thing. And it's so cool to all be able to come together and be like, okay, we all do different sounds, but we all do the same thing at the end of the day. And it's really cool to like have community in that. But I love Dallas, so
I love Dallas too. Yeah, there's a good culture out there. I hate when people are like, Dallas has no culture. Girl, you're in the wrong spaces. You're going to Starbucks every day.
No,
like, what do you mean?
literally. I used to be the same way. I used to be like, I don't like Dallas. I don't like Dallas. It's not for me. But then you just have to find your people.
Yeah.
And you just have to find like.
You really do. You got to dig for it.
No, literally.
It's there though. It's there.
It is there. You just, I swear, you just have to look.
Yeah. And I know DJing is not your full-time job, right? You're also a teacher as well.
Yes.
How is it balancing those two, or teacher by day, DJ, disc jockey by night?
I hate Montana life.
Literally.
But honestly, it's not easy. I'll be honest. Like it's pretty tiring sometimes, especially obviously working with kids is a very like draining job. I enjoy it. I love doing it. I love what I do. But it takes a lot of like social battery for me.
Yeah.
So I'll be talking all day, like from the second I get to work to the second I leave. I'm like talking to these kids all dang day, and I love them so bad. But when I do get home, I like to just like be in my own like world, just like nobody talks to me
Yeah.
for like the rest of the day. So usually like Monday through Friday, I don't really do anything besides like my actual job. Unless I do have a gig, then I'll do that. And then I'll take the L of like getting home at like 2:30, and then I'll still be awake at like 7:30 a.m.
Damn.
Just like I'll be up. But I feel like for me, the biggest thing is like I have been so disciplined with myself, and like I feel like with DJing, I grew so quickly and I don't want to lose that. And I'm so like I'm very consistent with what I do. And like even if I am tired, like I'll do it tired. Like I'll do it scared. I do it literally like very intimidated, but at the same time I'm like, you know what, I have dreamed about this for so long. Like being able to like go from working with kids to like DJing and then having like everybody turn and stuff. It's so cool. It's so cool to like have that little transition. It is tiring, but I wouldn't trade it for the world, honestly. I have so much that I want to work towards and like all these little things that like, and they're not even little to me. Like DJing at Lady Love was such a big goal of mine when I was like just in my room.
Yeah.
So being able to like be at Lady Love is such a like, everybody has different dreams. Everybody thinks like, some things are big, some things are small, but to me, like any dream of mine is big to me. So like being able to just do things that I always wanted to do is just like a huge like, dang, I did that, you know? And if I can do that, I can do like anything I want to do. So like my little wins are gonna get me to my big wins. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I slept for 2 hours. I'm good though. Like, I'm good though.
No, yeah, it's like those stepping stones, you know, like, oh my God, I did this. Now you're leveling up.
Yeah.
It's all just up from there, you know? What would you say is your, I guess, biggest accomplishment so far?
I guess one of my biggest accomplishments is being like published like in a magazine. Like that's like like one of the coolest things that I've like ever been a part of. Like,
Which magazine?
I did, so it's called Voyage Dallas.
Oh, I read it. I read the article.
You
Yeah,
did?
I did.
Yeah, oh,
I was doing some research. I was like, let me read up on her. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. I did one with them, and then I also did one with Bold Journey. And it was Voyage Dallas that reached out to me for the second one too, but it was like two different ones. I think they kind of like referred me.
Yeah.
But it was really cool just because like I literally have never thought that I would be able to like be recognized for like doing like my creative stuff, like DJing and stuff. Because like my entire life, like I recently found out that I had ADHD. So growing up, I just liked everything. I didn't have like a thing that I like stuck to. And I feel like with DJing, that was the first thing in my life that I was like, dang, like I love this. I want to do this for my whole life. Like if it takes off as a career, it takes off as a career. If it doesn't, it's my little hobby that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And I'm like actually being really successful with it. It's kind of like, whoa, like I really like it. Like it's taking me places, and yeah, I enjoy it a lot.
But how do you explain your identity to someone else, like in terms of ethnicity or other factors like first generation student, immigrant, etc.? A lot of people like to say, you know, sister, mother, whatever you think falls under your identity. How would you describe?
So I'm a first generation Salvadorian. That sounds so like formal. Like I'm a first generation Salvadorian. Yeah. So my parents, they came from El Salvador, and so I was born in New York. And so my parents are immigrants, and yeah, they came over here and they had me and my sister. And yeah, I've just been here ever since. Yeah.
And you're also queer, right?
Yes,
right?
I'm bisexual.
Yes. Is that a big factor in your identity as well?
Yes, I'm very much like, I love the community. Without the community, I literally would be like nowhere. And like, I feel like for a long time in like growing up, I would always just like try to hide the fact that I was queer. And I had always like fluctuated with my sexuality too. So like I've identified as like so many different things, but now I'm just like, I'm 25. I had to pick a side. Like, yeah, I had to pick a side, but I was kind of like, you know what? I'm just bisexual. I like what I like. It's not really like anything. I feel like I don't like putting myself in a box or like kind of like labeling myself. But yeah, I have always been very much like in the community. All my friends gay. Like
Yeah.
I love the community. I've always been so supportive. I found my home in the community.
That's good.
And I felt like growing up, I don't know. I always try to I don't know. I like being queer.
Do you have a lot of other Salvadorian friends or Latina friends?
Honestly,
I feel like I don't meet
I
very
don't have that many Salvi friends. I mean, I do now that like I'm in the community, like music community, and also like my online presence. Like people will come up to me and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm Salvadorian too," and like that makes me so
Yeah.
happy. Just because like growing up, I literally never saw anybody that I was like, "Oh, they're Salvadorian too." And they're so cool. Like I never had anybody that I like looked up to that was like also that was also Savi. So I was like, you know what? I want to be that for like someone, and the fact that I am that for like someone out there is so cool. And I don't know. I growing up, I never really I didn't really like celebrate my culture the way that I wanted to, I guess. Like now looking back on it, like you know when your mom would like play like those old reggaeton songs, you're like, Mom, turn that off. Like I'm not trying to hear that. And then
Now you're like, I'm
wait,
playing this music at the club.
literally,
Yeah.
yeah, literally.
And you're like, damn, I should have appreciated it.
No, literally. So I feel like now, like, hey, I wish I would like when I was in El Salvador, I wish I actually like wore like the culture dresses, like actually was involved. So now I'm like, you know what? I try to show my representation like through anything.
Yeah.
Even if it's like a set, I'll be like, I'm a Salvadorian woman because we need that representation. Like we don't get that like ever. So even me like having people come up to me after a set and like having them tell me like I think it's so cool that you're also Salvadorian and you're a woman. Like it's very reassuring and it just like it's very rewarding also.
Yeah.
'Cause it's just like, dang, I'm doing that and I'm gonna continue doing it and I can't like wait to see like who else that like is also Salvadorian that
Yeah.
it's like, yes, we're rooting for everybody. We all leave. We all leave.
Do your parents support you now with what you're doing, like the whole DJ route? Like I know you still have your, I guess I don't want to say stable, but like your daytime job as a teacher, so you have that income like coming in. But what about as a DJ? Because I know sometimes immigrant parents are not too supportive of careers like that with. There's just a certain stigma behind it,
Yeah.
Because they're like, no, STEM, you have to be a doctor, you have to do this or that or whatever. So have you always had their support or did it take a while for them?
I feel like with my mom specifically, whenever we moved from New York to Texas, it was a big change for me. It was a very big change for me. And I struggled with a lot with like my mental health and stuff. And ever since like high school, my mom has been very like, I just want Crystal to be happy in like anything that she does. So she's always been supportive of like anything and like everything that I do. Unfortunately, my dad did pass away, so he didn't get to like see. I get irritated thinking about it. I'm like, why would you die right before I start doing my DJ stuff? Like that's so messed up. But like,
Yeah.
I think it really gave me like going through that grief really gave me that extra push to be like life is so short. Like, why wouldn't I like put my like everything into my craft? Like, why would I sit around waiting or like why would I care to be judged by like other people and stuff like that? So having my mom to support me in in everything, and then also thinking about my dad and like thinking about how proud he would be, like, because sometimes I get sad thinking about it sometimes, and I'll be like, damn, like I'll do a really cool set, and then at the end of the night, I'll be at home, like, in my bed alone. Not to be, like, depressing or anything, but I'll be, like, at home alone and be like, "Damn, I just did something so cool." I had, like, people recognize me from, like, social media, like, just things that I dreamt about, like, when I was a kid. I'm like, "Damn, like, I wish my dad was, like, there to, like, see that." But it just pushes me to go harder and, like, it's really cool to be able to do what I love and like kind of show others that it's okay to grieve, to like be grieving and still like try to be okay. Because I feel like a lot of people with like grief specifically, they kind of like put it like, oh, you're not allowed to like have fun and like
Yeah.
enjoy your life. Like, no, but like, no, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna have a good time, and I'm I'm gonna live my life to the fullest. So,
Yeah, definitely. Everybody does grieve differently in different ways. But if you don't mind me asking, how long ago did he pass away?
he passed away October 2024. Yeah, 2024. So it's about to be 2 years. And I have done so much in those 2 years. And I feel like sometimes I look back on it, I'm like, damn, like I was nowhere like where I was now 2 years ago. So as messed up as it sounds, honestly, like him passing has been like a huge gift to me, like in the sense of like my mentality and like the way that I perceive life and stuff, just because like I don't know, it really gave me the perspective of like love as much as you can,
Yeah.
do whatever you want to do, say whatever you want to say. Like I'm also very blunt too. So yeah, just having to like go through that and then also like kind of be like a model for other people. Sometimes it gets a little overwhelming, and I feel like a lot of pressure sometimes that I have to be okay
Yeah.
all the time. But like, it's okay to like have your bad days. Like, it's okay to like not be 100% all the time. And I guess like just being honest with yourself and just doing you. But like, yeah, so it's been about like a couple years. But yeah, just kind of just going through life,
Yeah.
chilling.
Yeah. And it's good that you still have that support system. I know you told me that your mom came to one of your sets and she was dancing. I thought that was really
Yes.
cute.
Yes, my mom loves, like, I think it's funny because even when I wasn't even in the club, like, she'd be like, that's my DJ, like, that's DJ Crystal, like,
She come into your room like, hey, play the
yes,
song.
literally, like, my niece would come over and we would just, like, play around on my DJs. We wouldn't even know what we're doing. We're just playing songs. And my mom would come into the room and we just start dancing, like,
Oh,
like, it's so cute. Like, I love her so much. She definitely loves that I'm a DJ. Like,
That's
she
sweet.
definitely shows me off.
And how have you incorporated all these identities into your DJing?
I guess, like, being able to do so many different types of, like, DJing events, I think I get to
Yeah, you do
express
like a
myself.
very
Yeah.
diverse
I get to
array of
express
shows.
myself in so many different ways just by, like, playing so many different types of music, and that's my favorite part about it. Like yesterday, I DJ'd for my high school K-pop nerd self, and then tomorrow I'm gonna DJ my goth girl set. Like, and then Thursday I'm doing my reggaeton. Like, I don't know. I think it's really cool being able to like switch up. Like,
Yeah.
basically, it's really fun.
Do you ever do sets that you don't really know the music, or you try to only do sets where you like are versed in that?
I have tried like taking sets where I'm like, I am trying my best, y'all. I don't know, like I had this this kind of like, okay, I'm gonna expose myself. But like last year I got asked to do an afters for an event, and I asked like what genres, because I usually ask like, oh, like what kind of genres are y'all looking for?
Mhm.
And they said like electro clash. And I was like, what?
Okay.
I was like,
Pulls out your phone, Spotify.
me on Google, like, what is that? I don't
No,
know what that is.
literally.
Oh my gosh, I'm really exposing myself. Like, they're about to take my DJ call.
It's okay. It happened a long time.
No, literally. But like, I was like, girl, I don't know what that is. And I literally went on Google. I was like, what kind of artists? And then so
Oh.
I was listening to like different artists, and like I'll find music that like I listened to like the week before, or like I try to find like also like I just always try to find like new music. So I was definitely like I definitely stepped out of my comfort zone doing that, but it wasn't my best set. But I did it for the experience. Hey, it was fun though.
That's good. How do you deal with like when you think you just bombed the set, or how do you deal with like the nerves going into it too?
Honestly, in the beginning, I used to really like beat myself up, or like beat myself up, like for being like, damn, like that was not a good set. But now, every single set is an experience for me, like good or bad. Like it's just, I don't know. I learned a lot from every single set. I learned like, oh, what hits, what doesn't hit,
Yeah.
like just the vibes and stuff. Like there's just so
Yeah.
many different things. But yeah.
Is there like a funny story of where you're like you just press play and like you're like, wait, this killed the vibe even?
Oh my god.
Do you have any funny stories, something like that you can tell me?
Wait. Oh my gosh, wait, yes. Okay, so on Halloween, oh my gosh.
This past Halloween?
Yes,
Okay.
Halloween. Y'all need to listen to your tracks before you put it on your USB, okay? Because okay, before Nikki was canceled.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
not before she was canceled. Bees in the Trap used to be one of my favorite songs. That was a staple song in my set. Like I always found a way to sneak Bees in the Trap because it was so fun to see like the boys turn into girls. Like I love seeing that because they get feminine real quick. It's so funny. It's so funny. But so I started playing it, and then it was the clean version.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
it was like, but it was so embarrassing because like I know like in my head it was like way bigger than what actually was. But I'm like, imagine being in a turnt club and the DJ starts playing the clean version.
It's
of Bees
like
in the Trap.
ain't like literally you can't say the same.
I literally got on the mic. I was like, I'm so sorry, y'all. I was
Sorry.
like, wrong song
That's
downloaded.
so funny.
Literally. Oh my gosh.
That's actually so funny.
It's funny.
I would have been probably been embarrassed. Like,
I was like, my bad, y'all.
you're just filling in the words. That's funny.
Fill in the blank. Yeah.
But why do you think it's important for somebody with your identity to be in this industry as a DJ?
Honestly, because there isn't really that much of us. Like I said like a couple weeks ago, someone came up to me after a set and they're like, I don't see any alternative Salvadorian girls like ever. I'm like, that is so true. And sometimes I think about it, even before I started DJing, like I've always had like a social media presence, and I've always had people be like, you need to post TikToks, you need to post YouTube videos. Like, I guess just because of my personality, I'm very like, I'm a lot. I know I'm a lot, like personality wise. Just being able to do like cool things and being like doing cool events like this, and just I guess being alternative and like, cause I am the black sheep of my family. Like and I'm also very like one of one. I know I'm like one of a kind. Not to like, not to stroke my ego a little bit, but I know I'm very like unique, and I know that like I deserve to be heard, especially just because like I feel like women aren't heard like that. And I very much am like, I don't care attitude. So I feel like people like that. And I don't know, it's kind of cool being able to show others that it's okay to be yourself. And like, cause growing up, I was always very like insecure to really show who I was because in my family, they're very like religious and stuff. So obviously like being queer too, and like with my piercings, my tattoos, it was very like,
You're like, oh my god,
literally I got scared going
like
to
you're the
Thanksgiving.
devil.
No, literally like, nah, bye, like shunned. I mean, they never actually made me feel like that, but like I don't know, I feel like going through all that, I was like, you know what, I do not need to dim my light. Like I need to shine as bright as I can and show others that they can too. And it's okay to like do whatever you want. And yeah, I really like being able to represent like not only like Salvadorian girls, but like alternative girls, like yeah.
Yeah, because I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that because a lot of the Latinas I see are mainly Mexican, like Latina DJs are mainly Mexican, but the niche is like reggaeton, like those type of like perreo parties and stuff like that. And I rarely see like an old girl doing like different genres, or if they do dip into a different genre, it's like they remix it back into something.
Yeah, because like I'll do like my nerd stuff. I'll do like the baddie stuff. Like I like making the girls shake their butts. I like doing all different, like I'll do 80s too. Like I just love dance music. I love all different types of music. And I think it's really fun, like just being able to like switch up and just be a part of so many different types of communities too. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's cool to see a Salvadorian too, because I'm like, yay,
no,
you gotta represent.
like,
there's not very many of us out there. But I also did find some statistics about DJs in general. 32% of DJs are female and 68% are male. But I feel like we kind of knew that already. I feel like it's a very male-dominated.
Very
industry.
male-dominated, yeah.
Very white male-dominated. And the most common ethnicity is white at 69.5%.
Pretending to be shocked.
Yeah. And then comparatively, 12.7% are Hispanic or Latino, then 7.4% are Black or African American.
Wait, how much percent is?
12.7%. And that's just like Latino as a whole. So then if we break it down to Mexican, is probably like half. And then Salvadoran, you're probably like
0.5.
Literally. And then Salvadorian woman.
Yeah.
And then Salvadorian queer woman.
No, literally.
You're probably like 0.01 like percent.
Literally. That's what I was like. I do not see people like me. Like, I need to be loud.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You really don't. If it is like a Salvadorian, then it's probably most likely a man, you know?
Yeah, for real. So I'm like, you know what? I'm representing all different types of communities.
Yeah.
I'm representing a lot. Like the queer community, the Salvies, the girls. So it's like I have so many different like things that mean a lot to me that I get to like be like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, you need to do a Salvadorian night. And then have a pupusa vendor or something. And like there's so many. I know a few like pupusa coffee and like pupusa vendor, like Salvadorian.
That's
you know,
so crazy
you should do something like that.
Because last night, I ran into one of the DJs that I'm doing an event with on the 29th, and we're near like a reggaeton night, and he's also Salvadorian. Yes. So they were like, oh, when are we doing a Salvadorian event? So I was like, dang, like, oh no, they were like, what are we doing for Salvadorian Independence Day? So I was like, damn, I really do want to do something for that.
You should.
Like, I have done so many things that I've always wanted to do. Like Justin Bieber night was always like a thing that I wanted to do. Like before I was even in the clubs, I was like, I definitely want to do Justin Bieber night. And I've always wanted to do like a Salvadorian night just because like I don't ever see like Salvi events.
Yeah.
I don't, unless it's like for Independence Day or like actual like, actually no, I don't see anything. So I'm like, yeah, I need to be the one to do it. So
yeah, that'd be cool. Or find like a pupuseria place and just be like, do like a set in there. Like, you know, I've been doing like the coffee shop sets or like the panaderia sets.
Yes.
Find the restaurant. That'd be really cool.
I'll
show up. I'll be right there. I bring all my family. I'd be like, that'd be fun.
That'd be cool.
And then another stat that I found was that most DJs work part-time. So I was like, oh, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Like you work, I guess you're part-time DJ, I guess. I don't know if you would consider that. But it's interesting to see that like the people that do usually have the opportunity to become full-time end up being like the majority of what we see, like the white men.
Yeah.
Like the Dom Dollar types or the John Summit types.
No,
you know?
my God, not Johnson. No, for
like
real.
That's all I see. Like, oh, they're DJing at this big building in New York. They closed down the whole building for his set. And it's like, okay, would any other person get this opportunity?
Literally, and I think it's insane because like some of the best, most talented DJs I have ever met are like people that have like 200 followers on Instagram. And it's insane because like, I don't know, talent over like clout any day, like literally. Because I feel like white men specifically, they get things handed to them. And that's why I work so hard, because I'm a girl in this industry. Like I have to work harder. People don't take me seriously. And like, even with like men, I feel like sometimes I'll get an opportunity and I'm like, did you like want to book me because you think I'm cool, because like, or because you're like being a creep? And sometimes it is that. It really is. Like sometimes it is that, and I hate that sometimes.
Or like diversity hire.
Yes, like or personality hire.
Yeah,
like, I am the personality hires. I'll be real.
No, yeah, that it can be really hard to navigate a space like that because I know like you probably do want the opportunities, but then you're just in the back of your head, you're thinking like, okay, would I have gotten this? You know?
Yeah, and sometimes it's like a hit or miss, but like, shoot, I'm having a good time.
Have you had like super negative experiences with, like, just with, I guess, other people that would be considered peers?
Crazy story actually. I didn't really like date this DJ. We're kind of like seeing each other.
Okay.
And crazy plot twist, long story short, he had me and the same girl that he was also talking to on the same lineup. And sometimes, like, I think about stuff like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, this music industry is so messy. Like, there is so much that I can, like, spill about, but, like, it's just like, he said, she said, they did this, they did that. I don't like her. You like, it's just so much, like, everybody's connected. And it's just like, that's why I try to stay in my own, like, little, like, lane, just because things can get messy so quick. Like, people twist words. People will literally meet you when you're having like a bad day and they probably think like you're a bitch or like stuff like that. Like just stuff like that. Like there's just so much judgment like everywhere, but I try not to let it bother me. I'm kind of just like, I try to be carefree and like just unbothered.
Yeah,
You really have to be in this industry. Like you literally have to like force yourself to be unbothered.
Yeah, that's so interesting because it's not like a conventional like workplace. Like you're not going into an office. You don't have an HR that you can report to. Like it's just you're literally in the club, like playing your set. And so it's like sometimes they can be drunk, and that's why they said that. And then you're just like, okay, well, what?
Yeah,
like you can't do anything.
Sometimes I feel like I'm HR, like because sometimes like I'll peep something that I don't like, or like I'm very blunt, like period. Especially in this scene, I'm always like, I do not let people play with me or like my time or my energy, or like also like professionally too. I feel like if people are talking to me crazy, I'm like, oh, why are you talking? I call things out. I'm not scared to. And that's why I'm like, damn, I'm kind of strict, like HR. Like, but yeah.
Yeah. And how has it been, just I guess on more positive note, building your community as a Latina queer DJ?
Honestly, like every single time I go out and I do a set, I meet like new people every single time. So being able to like, I don't know, just meet new people that are like me too. It's so cool. It's so cool because honestly, like for a long time, like being here, like in Texas, like I had friends, but I was never really like, or I would never really like put myself out there and stuff. So that's why I push so hard to at least try to keep my spaces safe, keep them fun, keep them very like just safe and stuff for like everybody to feel comfortable.
And what kind of impact are you hoping to make as a DJ?
Honestly, not just like DJing, but like in general, I like just the impact I always want to have is just like kind of showing everyone that it's okay to be who you are and not to like ever let anyone get in your head about that stuff, because my whole life I was always like, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I don't have my thing. I kind of felt like I didn't know who I was really. And I guess like that's why I always try to talk positive or like just give anybody like advice like ever. I always try to help people out, even like because I still consider myself a baby DJ, even though I did grow like really quickly and like I'm doing big things and like I'm DJing with like big DJs. I still very much consider myself like a baby DJ. And like even last night I was talking to a DJ that honestly might even be better than me. And I told him, I was like, you need to just stop being scared and do it, because look at me. I'm not the best, but I'm up here doing it because I did it scared. I literally did it while I was like, no, I'm not good enough. Like if you're constantly negative about yourself, saying I can't do this, I can't do that, like you're gonna make yourself believe that. So literally just going out and doing like anything that you want to do is like, I'm very much try to push that on everybody. Just do it. Just do it.
Having the confidence to
Literally.
do it. Yeah.
Because I never had that confidence until like past like few years now. So I'm like trying to radiate that onto everybody else.
That's good. Literally. That's a good message to send. Yeah. And can you tell me a bit more about your daily work life and what it looks like? Like walk me through one of your work days.
So my shifts are from like 9 to 6-ish, depending on like when the kids leave at the end of the day. But so for a few years I was a pre-K teacher, so I would only work with like 4-year-olds. But now I left teaching for a little bit, but now I'm back like teaching because when I was only doing DJing I was like cool, but I like my routine.
Mm-hmm.
I like my daily routines. And I felt like when I wasn't at work, I was like, oh, I felt like a bum. I was like, I don't know.
You're like, yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like my kids like keep me like active. They keep
They
me
keep you
in shape.
young.
Yes, they keep me like me acting like I'm 50. Like no, literally. But yeah, it's honestly it's sometimes it can be very stressful. I'm not gonna be like it's sunshine and rainbows. I do have my hard days. Like some like, kids are a lot. Kids are very love my kiddos, but they stress me out. They stress me out sometimes, especially like this generation now. They're insane. They're insane. But they make me laugh, and we low key have the same humor. So it's like okay, I guess. But yeah, throughout the days, I kind of just like during the day now, I kind of float around from like different classes until because I do the after school program.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever the elementary kids come, that's whenever I have like the kids to myself. Like that's my designated class. But yeah, throughout the day, I kind of just like float around like everywhere. So I'll be with the babies, and then I'll be with like the 2-year-olds, the bad 3-year-olds. Oh my gosh, and 3-year-olds. They're so crazy. Oh my gosh, kids are just insane, but I love them, and it's definitely fun. I definitely get inspired, and I get very like I do not play about my kids like literally, but they honestly really do inspire me, and that's why I am just very like a full of life person. Because sometimes I'll have like a conversation with a 6-year-old that meant more to me than one that I had like with an adult.
And
So yeah.
yeah, I get that. And then what about when a day that you're DJing?
A day that I'm DJing, I kind of just like days that I do DJ, I'll literally like spend my whole day just kind of like mentally preparing for it. And then I'll listen to like the music that I'm playing that day. Sometimes I'll practice like my set in my room just to like see what the vibes are. But sometimes those days where like I'll teach and then I go DJ. So then like I'll come back home at like 6-ish. I'll get ready super fast.
Dang.
And then I'm on the way to like the venue. And then I won't be done till like 2 a.m. And then I'm back at school the next day. So sometimes I have really long days, but it makes it worth it though. I have fun. So
And that's what matters the most.
no, for real.
But do you currently feel any pressures right now in your career? You know, just anything regarding, you know, what you want for yourself in the future, and then maybe, I don't know, any pressures you have with your family, stuff like that?
I guess like my biggest pressure right now is kind of me moving back to New York, only because I love it here in Dallas. Like I already have like my I put my foot in Dallas like now like I'm chilling, and like I know I could grow a lot more here than like I'm doing right now, but that part of me is always like, oh, like I could do it in New York too, just because like since I like grew up there, and ever since I've been kind of traveling back as an adult, like I see things that I miss out on. Like people will ask me to like play. I'm like, dang, like I'm in Texas, I can't. But just because New York has resources that Texas doesn't, so I feel like I would be kind of dumb to not like go and try and figure it out for myself. So just like doing things that I'm scared of doing is kind of been like a little stressful, just because I've always been the type of person to just do stuff. But I feel like now, especially because I'm 25 and like I'm not old yet, but like I still have a lot of time to like figure stuff out, and like a lot of time to figure stuff out. But like I'm still figuring out who I am, and sometimes you got to move to New York in your 20s, you know,
Yeah.
and see how things are. But I definitely am scared, but I do want to do it just because I want to be able to like fully take care of my mom and stuff. Because right now, like I help her, like we live together and stuff, but I just want to be able to take care of like my whole family and stuff, and that's why like I work so hard, because like I'm not trying to like have jets and stuff. Like I really don't care to be like super filthy rich. Like I literally just want to be good enough to where like I'm comfortable, my family's comfortable, like my friends, like anybody that I like am close to. Like I just want people to like the people in my life not to be stressed out. And I feel like because I'm first generation and because like I have like immigrant like parents, I didn't have anything handed to me. Like people in my field, like especially like the men, and like there are so many different DJs like in this scene that like had parents buy them their equipment, had the privilege of being able to like go to school for it, and like because I didn't go to like a DJ school, I literally figured it out myself. Like I didn't have the money to do that, so just kind of pushing myself to work super hard and have it pay off and stuff, just because I never really thought I could make it into a job. So being able to do that and like build it even more, like I want to be able to like throw my own like official events and stuff. It's all things that I kind of have like ideas in my head. I'm just kind of going with the flow, and like I don't want to overwhelm myself too much because I feel like if I go too hard, I'm gonna overwhelm myself, burn myself out, and then not want to do it. I know myself, like I'm either all in or I do nothing at all. So that's how I'm like, let me pace myself, let me chill. But yeah,
That's good. And if you could send a message to your younger self right now, what would you say?
oh my gosh, I would tell her that she's really fucking cool and to not worry so much and to just kind of let things like go with the flow, just because growing up I was always so worried about so much. Like I felt like I had to grow up really quickly. So yeah, I guess just keep doing you, do your thing, you'll be all right.
And how would you offer advice to other Latinas who maybe also are thinking about becoming DJs?
Do it. Literally, I had a friend tell me that she thinks it wouldn't be a good idea if I became a DJ before I even bought a deck. Right. She told me that it was not a good idea. And she was very much my friend that was very realistic and stuff. And I was like, girl, I guess. But I guess her telling me that also put in perspective of like, you need people that believe in you, like around you, like anytime, like for anything. And that's why like the people you keep around are very important. So just even if people tell you that you can't do it, fuck it, do it. Literally, like I had someone tell me that I shouldn't do it, and then look at me now. Like I literally booked and busy. Literally, because she was like, I don't think that's smart. You don't know how it's gonna go, like stuff like that. And just don't let anyone get in your head. Do what makes you happy, and just yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing to keep in mind. And I know you mentioned a little bit more about, what was her name, Nicole? Somebody you look up to. Is there anybody else that you look up to as well? Like you also want to shout out to?
All my DJ friends on Instagram, like if I had to think of names, they all like leave my head.
No, I get it.
Literally,
Yeah.
anyone that I've ever worked with, anyone that's ever like that I've ever DJ'd with, or anyone that I've ever supported like online or anything, I love seeing everybody win. So
it's good that the people around you are, people that we can also say that we are inspired by. That's what I try to do too with the people I keep around me.
Literally, because I saw this thing like a really long time ago that like the people around you are like who reflect you.
Exactly.
And that's why I'm so cautious with who I keep around, because like my best friend Caitlin, I'll take her anywhere, and I know that she's gonna like, cause she's like literally my like another reflection of me. So just knowing that I have good people in my life is like, damn, like I'm good too.
Yeah,
like, we can all be good together. Like this does not have to be an evil world. Like literally,
exactly.
It can be so evil, but
yeah. But I wanted to know, do you know who Marissa Malik is, aka Manuka Honey?
I do not.
No? Okay, well, good. This educational segment is called Women Before Us, where I highlight notable women who shares the same profession as the guest. So hopefully maybe their story could inspire you or just educate the listeners on someone who is making a massive impact. So, Marissa Malik, best known by her stage name Manuka Honey, is a DJ and producer at the forefront of Latinx-infused club music emerging from the UK. US-born and London-based, Manuka's adoration of the Latinx diaspora sounds is exuded by her beautifully chaotic DJ sets that have pummeled the sound systems of clubs and festivals internationally, as well as sets on The Boiler Room and Keep Hush. So, Marissa grew up in Connecticut with a Mexican mother and a Pakistani father. She was immersed in the world of varying sounds so that fusion became second nature. She's a mishmash of supposedly conflicting identities, as she embodies unpredictability. She was introduced to reggaeton at an early age. Where she grew up, there was a huge Puerto Rican population, and so she became well attuned to the reggaeton sounds. And so this genre almost became a soundtrack to the formation of her as a young woman. Especially as her mother became a Zumba instructor, reggaeton was a common sound in the house. And then so she eventually moved to the UK, and she learned at DJ workshops held at Boiler Room's headquarters in 2018 and practiced at Hub 16 Music School and Recording Studio. But she missed reggaeton. Immersed in garage, UK funky, grime, and British dubstep, she soon became weary of the toxic masculinity of those scenes. Thus, she chose to become a reggaeton DJ. She said, I was in every Reddit forum on SoundCloud collecting weird sounds, finding out who's this DJ ranking in Mexico City, what's this label. I dug and dug and dug and connected to people on Instagram. I was really keen. And so eventually in April 2022, Sucio was created to challenge the monolithic idea of what Latin music should be, where genre boundaries blur, cultural assumptions unravel, and new sonic identities are forged. Its name captures the raw, untamed spirit of the heart of every night. She said, imagine messy meetings of creative minds, sounds from Latam and their sonic siblings permuting into new forms, and sexy carnal moves on the dance floor. So it is underground and led by voices from the Latin American diaspora. Sucio pushes beyond UK nightlife's margins, blending celebration with subversion. It centers queer, Latinx, and migrant artists from the global south, carving out room where joy is resistance and visibility is revolutionary. And so the Sucio dance floor is a haven of hedonism and a creative epicenter for queer Latinx talent. And each DJ crafts a journey through sound and identity. So reggaeton, Brazilian funk, cumbiaton, dembow, guaracha, Latincore, and experimental electronic textures, rooted in cultural connection and lived experiment. And so the night didn't emerge from a marketing strategy or a clubbing trend. It was born out of longing. She said the natural connection and appreciation we had for each other as artists inspired us to create a space that represented our tastes and identities. We wanted more options for clubbing and were desperate to go to places like Sucio. The only problem was it didn't exist, so we made it happen. And so, while the night welcomes everyone, its founders and core audience are predominantly members of the LGBTQIA+ community. In an era where corporate agendas and policymakers increasingly threaten queer spaces, Sucio's dedication to celebrating Latin American art feels more urgent than ever. And so her productions and remixes have earned her a rightful space amongst the catalogs of NAAFI, Promises, Daytimers, and YCO, all labels and collectives. And her debut EP, Industrial Princess, released in May 2021, deftly captures a broad palette of an artist tuned into the global underground, capable of distilling her influences into a mystical concoction of all she admires. And yeah, that's her. What do you think of her achievements?
Sounds like a bad. I want to be friends with her.
Does it mirror any of your goals or motivations within your career?
It mirrors like every goal. Literally, I definitely want to build a space like, because right now, currently, I'm kind of just like accepting bookings, but in the long run, I do want to at least own my own like like party series.
Yeah.
And especially for like women and like the community, I want to aim it towards us because there's so many events that are just like sausage parties or just like men everywhere, just like y'all just standing around, like,
yeah,
just not fun. Like, I want to at least have a space where like people just dance and like don't think about, you know, their real life, like, because honestly, the dance floor for me is an escape from like the realities of like our evil, scary world. So just being able to like provide a space for people to at least not worry about their problems is one of my biggest goals. But one day. I'm kind of just going with the flow right now. I'm seeing how things go, but yeah, that's definitely a goal.
Yeah, for sure. And then do you feel like once you move to New York, you're more able to reach that goal?
Yeah, I feel like right now I'm kind of working with like other people to bringing like East Coast club sounds to like to the Dallas scene. So I'm gonna be kind of like a part of that collective too. But in New York, I feel like I'll have more because in Texas, like I said earlier, we don't have that much like resources. So I feel like in New York, I'll actually be able to like meet up with people, kind of brainstorm. Like, there's just so many people that I would like to connect with there that I can't over here. And whenever I do visit, I go for like a few days. So it's kind of hard to like build that connection with someone or like kind of really talk about like ideas and stuff. So I guess like, yeah, being able to actually be there in the community, like in the scene, and being able to like build that like relationship with people. And yeah, I think definitely being there in New York is gonna definitely push me to want to do it because every time I'm in New York, I feel like I'm just always inspired in New York. Like literally, I feel like I'm the best version of myself when I'm there. So
Are you gonna miss Dallas then?
definitely, it's gonna be a really hard move just because I feel like I barely just started getting comfortable in Dallas. Like I barely just started like, I guess in the past like 2-3 years, that's when I was like, okay, Dallas is home now. Like I feel like I was always trying to find it in Dallas, like a second home, like cause this is home, like I live here, but like actually making it feel like home. Now being in the like DJ scene here now it feels like home. So it's gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be so hard to leave, but
Okay, at least you'll visit, right?
I'll be back. I'll be back.
That's okay. Don't worry. You need to go explore your own life and do what you need to do for yourself so you know that you don't have any regrets.
No, literally, I never want to live like life in regrets because I've had so many regrets in my life, and especially with like something that I love doing and that I'm good at and like I'm getting recognition for. I would be silly to not,
Yeah, exactly.
do things. So yeah.
And why is it important to follow your passions and do something you love?
Honestly, I think everyone in the whole world would be happier if they found something that they enjoy doing and they kept working on it and like not making it kind of like a chore. Because sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I'm like DJing kind of feels like, oh, like sometimes I'm like, oh, how do I go DJ? But I'm like, you know what? No, that can't have that mentality. It's taken me so long to even get to this point. Like, 2 years ago, I would literally like hit myself for even like saying that. Like, why are you saying that? But yeah, that's why I'm like very passionate about what I do because it's really important to have something that makes you happy because there's just so many things in the world right now that like isn't happy. So like literally finding the little joys in life is what really matters. So
Exactly. Yeah. And just to wrap things up, is there something you'd like to add or say that I didn't get to ask you today? You can plug yourself, do whatever, say whatever.
ooh, I like doing everything. So I like doing everything. Yeah, stay tuned for more things from me because I like doing everything.
Okay.
Y'all will never know my next move.
Never let them know your next
Never let them know my next move. I'm moving in silence very loudly.
Yes. Posting about it every day.
Yeah, literally.
But thank you so much for being here today. I'm so happy we got to talk finally. And thank you so much to the listeners for giving this podcast a chance. I hope you guys learned something new from Crystal or maybe gained some inspiration to pursue your own passions. Please subscribe to this channel and make sure you don't miss any future episodes. I will link my social media in the description so you can catch highlights from this episode as well as teasers for the next. We have another amazing woman ready to tell her story. So see y'all next time. And remember, these are the real lives of real people who deserve to be unstereotyped. Bye.